guys, my name is Victoria Jane and welcome to Soccer Part of My Apartment. Now for today's vlog, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. It's not actually gonna be a vlog. What's gonna happen is that I'm gonna talk about my New Year's resolutions. Now you're probably wondering why I'm doing New Year's resolutions at the end of January instead of the beginning of January like everybody else, but my sister told me a really funny story about how she and her friends don't count the beginning of the year until February because it's all hyped up during January. So today, the second to last day of January, before we get into February, I'm gonna talk about the 6 things that I wanna do in 2019. And these are not necessarily resolutions, but more of like intentions or ideas or goals that I have. Not a gym membership, although I should probably get a gym membership. Maybe that's number 7. It's different stuff that I want to achieve and do in 2019, as well as things that I know are going to happen in 2019 and I'm just excited for them to happen, and it's something that I've been planning or waiting for to happen for a really long time. So, let's get started. So number 1 on my 2019 resolutions list is really just places that I want to go visit or travel to in 2019. And on my list, I have a few places that I've been to, a few places I've never been to, and places that I know I'm going to. So the first one is Canada, and I've been to Canada before. My family and I used to go. We went to Toronto. It was a lot of fun. I love this city. It was amazing. We had such a great time. So with that being said, I'm gonna try and plan a trip this summer with some of my friends to go to Canada. With the government being shut down, it might be hard to get some passports, but you know, we'll work on it. My whole reasoning behind this is that I've only ever been to Toronto and I really want to go to other parts of Canada as well. I do have an allegiance to Toronto. I do love it a lot, so I definitely will spend at least a day there, but there's other places in Canada that I would like to see. The second on my list is Los Angeles, California. I've never been farther west than St. Louis, Missouri, which some people say is sad, which I would agree with that. I'm a big traveler. My family, they're all big travelers, but since the area that we're from, we usually go like to the mountains or lakes and stuff like that, and we've never really ventured far out. Additionally, my little brother doesn't love to travel, and up until this point he's been younger, so where we don't want to take him like 10 days out on like a cruise or something, and he's never been. The third place on my list is Miami, Florida. Now I have been to Miami before. I was only in Miami for one night before getting on a ship to go on a cruise, but the like 14 hours that I spent there was so fun. 8 of it I was definitely spent asleep. 1 of it I definitely was in the workout room of the hotel, and 1 of them I was outside eating breakfast with lizards. Lizards! I was eating scones next to baby iguana looking things. I definitely want to go to Miami properly this time and like actually explore the city, because what we did basically was got dinner, went to Heyo, explored a little bit, went back to our hotel room, slept, got up, worked out, ate breakfast, got on a ship. And then when we get off the ship, we didn't even spend the night in Miami. We just went right back up to college. The 4th on my list is Charlotte, North Carolina. Now this one, I'm more certain of that I'll probably end up there at some point this year. I have family that lives in Charlotte, North Carolina. I just think it's a really cool city and I like to go, and I didn't get to go in 2018, so I'm gonna try and go 2019. Next on my list is just Texas. I've never been to Texas. It's a massive part of the United States, so I mean, there's Alaska. Just anywhere in Texas. I've never been to Texas. Like I said, farthest is Missouri, and I just wanna go a little further out west, go to Texas. However, for this one, I know for sure that I am going to Texas. Thanks to some of my friends, I'm able to go to a concert in Texas for a band that I did my entire senior thesis process on, and I'm so excited. The second to last one on my list is Michigan. Now this one's kind of funny because I've never stayed more than 1 night in Michigan. I guess I have been to Michigan before, but on my list of states that I say I've been to, Michigan's not on there because the only time I would go to Michigan is when we were passing through to get to Canada. We would stay the night in Michigan and then wake up the next morning and go to Canada. I want to actually go to Michigan to see Michigan. One of my best friends from college is from Michigan. She like went to high school there and everything. And when she would just talk about it, we roomed together for a year. When she would just talk about it, I was like, that is so cool. I have to go to Michigan. So I'm hopefully gonna go to Michigan, hopefully see the lakes. Oh yeah, one time when that's what it was. When I stayed in Michigan, then we went to Canada, and then when we got to Canada, we got on a little ferry boat ride, and as we were on the ferry boat ride, they like pointed across the lake, and they're like, if you look over there, that's Michigan. So like I got to see Michigan from afar. That was pretty cool. But other than that, I haven't like spent time in Michigan. And the last one on my list, which is probably the least feasible, is in fact Utah. It's another just general state one. I've just never been to Utah. I want to go. I've heard it's really cool. I've heard it's really pretty. I guess I just really want to explore this year, and so those states and cities are all places that I want to go to kind of broaden my horizons, I guess. So that was a really long first one, and it's honestly like the majority of my resolutions for 2019. And the second one's super short and super easy. I just want to hit my goal weight, which I know that everybody says this like for New Year's, and I was like, I'm not gonna do health and weight stuff, but I do have health and weight stuff on here. This is a short one. I feel like everyone has this on there. They want to get to a certain way, or they want to look a certain way, or be a certain level of health or whatever. For me, it has a lot to do with my blood sugar, as well as the fact that I don't eat meat. So yeah, I haven't had meat since I was 9, and I guess when you're 9 and a vegetarian and when you're in your 20s and a vegetarian, your idea of health is very different. So I just want to kind of finally, once and for all, like have full control over my diet and like really understand all of that stuff. So that one's kind of simple and an expected one, I guess, for 2019. And one that I would like to say I'm not going to put too much emphasis on, because I know it's something through making the right choices I will obtain. It's not something that's like, I want to lose 40 pounds by June. Like, that's not happening. But I want to make like the final push, like the rest of it, and actually fully complete like this health journey that I've been on and get into the point where I want to be, and then maintain it for the rest of the years to come. So then the third one is a very personal one, and it is just, I'm going to work on me for me. I'm only going to do stuff for other people if like I'm okay with all the things that I need to do for me, which sounds selfish, and I'll agree with that. But I've been in such a bad place for probably the past 3 or 4 years, and I think part of it is because I'm not, at times, not putting myself, like making sure myself is okay first. So that is the third one. Work on me for me, be a better me, be a better, like don't compare myself to anybody else, that kind of thing. That's another like emotional, like well-being one. Not so much of like a true, I'm gonna make this change. It's just like throughout the year, this is what I'm gonna work on and make sure that my focus is geared towards being a better me, instead of, because like I used to say like I want to be a better person, but then all that did was add stress and sadness into my life. Like just be a better you, do you, be productive in your own way, make your own choices, be your own human. Like that is a much better way to put the last minute and a half of me rambling. So the fourth one is an easy one. I know I'm gonna do it in December if I keep up everything. Is I just want to finish my academic program that I'm currently in, and I should be done in December. So if everything goes to plan and everything works out, and I'm definitely going to be done in December, this is definitely one that I'll be able to check off. And the last two are not very specific. One is build my savings account. Yes, I have a specific goal and like a different plan on how to follow it and everything, but I'm not going to go into the details. It's just overall build my savings account, be more, you know, like work on me for me, do me, have a savings account that I like am safe with, like that I'm good with, that I can operate with. And then the very last one is one that of course is going to have to happen. It's just a matter of putting it into action, and that is move. I currently live in a 2-bedroom apartment with a roommate who's not there, but that's his room. In August, our lease is up, and I want to move. Not necessarily out of this complex, not necessarily out of this state, not necessarily out of this city, not sure yet. But in August, I'm either going to move across the hall to Georgia, to Kentucky, to Utah, to Texas, to New York, or just like 20 minutes outside of the city. But I just want to move. All right, guys, thank you for watching today's vlog. Sorry, it wasn't really vlog themed, but I just have been doing a lot of work the last 2 days, trying to get stuff done. I have call in an hour, so that's going to be it for Wednesday's video. And thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.